What's going on? What's going on? I don't know how many people are in here. I'm just going to be waiting for a little bit for some people to show up so I can get some ideas for what we're going to make today, because I'm bored and I want to make some stuff. So I've been radio silent for about 3 weeks since the last time I uploaded a video. So yeah, still figuring out what I want to do in terms of editing software. So yeah, we're just gonna be hanging out, chilling. Might need to turn my mic up a little bit here. Turn my audio capture from this down a little bit. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I don't think anybody's watching me right now. I might just be talking to myself, going insane. What's up, Sim? How's it going? Oh, we do have some people in here. Sweet. Alright. Well, in that case, what am I making today? I haven't worked on a creature in a little while, so I was working on Hemomancers before, but you know, I want to do some like viewer stuff, just try to make some custom creatures here. Have coffee, pleased that my adventurers made a deal with the Green Hag and rescued their kidnapped wizard friend. Very cool. Yeah, I've only had one hag encounter ever in my games, and I need to use them more, especially now that I'm making these stat blocks with custom spellcasters. It's really fun, and it makes spellcasting creatures a lot less annoying to run for me, because I just hate having to go look up spells on D&D Beyond. I guess I'm a grognard boomer moment, because I don't like to use D&D Beyond, so... I don't know how delayed I am, so I might have to wait for some suggestions to come in for like creatures to make. It could be anything, you know, hopefully nothing too wacky, but I kind of want to make something with the help of everybody. I want everybody to contribute to the creature. Hopefully my background music is still audible here. I'm going to keep occasionally checking the stream. It's the problem with streaming on YouTube, is like you can't do like a pre-stream test, I don't think. Yeah, I think I sound fine here. You guys might hear my dad in the background because he's in the room right across from me. Now I can't hear the background music here. Turn this back up. It was a little loud, but now I can't hear it. We'll just keep it there, and then if you guys can't hear me, I'll fix it. Hello everyone. How's it going? What are we making today? Somebody give me a suggestion. What should I make? What type of creature? Definitely not stealing this idea from How to RPG, where he does live streams like every day with his viewers. And he always he makes maps. I need to start doing that more too. I think that would be fun to like make a dungeon with the viewers. I just don't know how to go about doing it. Torterra based monster? I don't even know. What is Torterra? Never heard of that. I might have to look it up. Maybe I'm just out of the loop. Oh, it's a Pokemon, I see. Interesting. I could try to make something like that. Construct made to be a fighting machine in a wizard's robotic army of conquest. That's also an interesting idea. If we make a construct in the shape of a turtle that was made by a wizard, that might be the best of both worlds. Fortunately, the other website is still defunct, so we're back to the default stat block cards here. Hopefully, the guy that makes this website is going to update this so that it looks like the new 2024 stat blocks, because I really like the look of those. I'm getting sick of looking at these old ones, but I don't know how to make them look any different. I just let my cat in, and now he wants right back out of my room. So give me 1 second, let me let him out. He'll probably want right back in. Okay, so all right, we're gonna make a turtle construct monster. How big should we make this thing? First things first, I need to look at, like, what is the name of that creature that... Well, here, actually, I'm going to open up a separate window here, and I'm going to go to a turtle. I'm going to look at some of their racial passives here. See if I can do shell defense, maybe. Okay. Alright. We'll just put Phil here for the name. This will be a construct. Constructs unaligned usually. Let me see real quick. Oops. Good thing here. Oh, dragon turtle is something I need to use for a reference also. Iron golem should be in here, right? Yes. Constructs are unaligned. Okay. So we'll do unaligned. Oh, that's what you were asking about. Maybe like 7 to 10 feet across. Yes. Well, I was asking about it. I looked it up, though. It looked like a Pokemon to me. That's what it looked like. But I'm going to combine your idea with Sim's idea, and we're going to make a turtle construct monster. So we'll start off. I think we'll start off with large. That's like the size of like a what is an iron golem? Large. Yeah. So we'll start off with large, and then if we need to change it, we can update it. All right. So what are we thinking? This thing's just made out of pure metal. Construct made to mimic the dragon turtle. It's like an autonomous robotic naval war machine meant to destroy ships and siege colossal cities. Yeah, we could do that, but that's like... It's a little hard to use in a normal scenario. You're not going to really find that in a dungeon, but we can do that. It almost feels too similar to the dragon turtle. I kind of want to make something that you could throw into a dungeon rather than something that's like colossal like that, because those are hard to make. sometimes it feels like I have to spend a really long time when I want to make something like that. I'm also AFKing in RuneScape while I'm doing this live stream, so you might see me clicking off the screen a bunch of times. Alright, let's give this thing like 20 hit die like the Iron Golem. Its AC is probably going to be very high, like a turtle, right? We thinking? Turtle has shell defense. My mouse keeps disappearing. A rock-based construct that could camouflage as the floor. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. I was thinking metal. I was thinking like a just giant steel thing that was made to like batter through like gates and stuff, but we can also do that too. That sounds cool. I need to open up my my DM screen here for an idea for what the AC of stone would be, and then we'll make it made out of stone, I suppose. What we got here? Where is object AC? Stone is 17. Okay, that's pretty high. Say natural armor. AC of 17. Now dexterity is probably going to be lower. Strength will probably be on the higher end for this. So we'll do like 18. A large size stone turtle, like a stone golem-esque turtle construct. Yes. Yeah. I think we'll go with like the stone theme because that seems pretty cool. Now we'll just have to figure out what we want to call this thing. Doesn't seem like a creature like this would move very fast. Turtles are typically, well, I guess I'm thinking like snapping turtle. Snapping turtles, they can lunge really fast, but I've never seen a snapping turtle like run incredibly fast. Definitely going to be giving them some resistances. Definitely going to make it probably like a 21, 22 constitution, maybe. What does an Iron Golem have? 20. Yeah, I think 22 is good. Constructs, I'm going to use the Iron Golem as a reference here, just to get an idea of like Wizards of the Coast was doing. So yeah, 1 charisma and low intelligence, so that seems good. Do that too. And then wisdom was like, okay, it's like 11. That seems fine. Dexterity being lower. I'll probably give it a camouflage ability, maybe, to camouflage itself. This is definitely gonna be. We're gonna go here. We're gonna change this to custom CR. We're gonna set this to tier. This will probably be like tier 3 type of monster. Do I need to adjust the screen here? No, it looks fine. You could give it high wisdom. I could, but it's a construct and it's not a living creature, so I think a lower wisdom would be more. If this was created by a wizard, this is more of like a construct than an elemental type thing. It has a ton of hit points. 230, that's a lot. I haven't been giving things a lot of hit points recently. Definitely gonna give it saving throw proficiencies. I think strength and con. This is, what's up, Sock? How's it going, man? Nobody said anything yesterday. I was gonna run a game, but then I figured nobody wanted to because nobody said anything. We're doing a turtle construct, like a large turtle construct. It's made of stone. It's based off of the Torterra Pokemon mixed with Sim's idea of a construct made by a wizard. So we're gonna try to throw something together that looks like that. I don't know what to call it yet. So we'll figure out a name. We'll have to name it something here. Skills. It's a construct, but you know, I would say like, probably a perception proficiency, because it probably has like some sort of magical awareness. Yeah, I was wondering if we were running anything, because I didn't see anybody else say they were free. Yeah, I was gonna even say, like, do you guys want to do just a level 0 run through like the Tomb of Horrors with like 4 characters per person, but nobody was like saying anything, and I figured I'm just gonna AFK on RuneScape if nobody wants to play. That's just what I've been doing. Whenever I don't have anything to do, I've just been defaulting to RuneScape. I don't think an Iron Golem has proficiencies, right? No. Maybe I just don't give it any skill proficiencies. Iron Golem doesn't even have saving throw proficiencies. Maybe we won't give it any saving throw proficiencies. Your guys' YouTube names are different from your Discord names, so I apologize if I don't know who's who. I only recognize those of you that have like the same name on Discord, and then like your profile picture, I'll usually be able to recognize that. I know Sim is Mr. Sunshine. Yeah, I'm going to give it immutable form and magic resistance here, because I don't think Golem should be able to be what's it called, polymorphed. So we're just going to take out that, and it's just going to say is immune to any spell or effect that would alter its form. Do Iron Golems have magic resistance? Yes, they do. So we'll do magic resistance. Also, advantage on saves. Just do saves. You can see me doing this live and how I cut down on wording for things. Usually I'll use ChatGPT to help me too, versus spells and other magical effects. That looks good. And I think once I finish these stat blocks, I'll put them up on the Patreon just for the patrons, and we'll probably put them up for free. You just have to be a member to get them. Your stab on Discord. I don't know if I've seen you talking much in the Discord, have I? Alright, so it has immutable form and magic resistance. It's gonna definitely probably have a bite attack. Well, let me open up the yeah, Siege. I think that's what Sim's idea was originally, for it to have that. See, when I did the Jurask, I didn't give it Siege Monster, I don't think, because it's like, how often do you use that? I don't think I've ever used that before. But one thing is actually pretty interesting. Not a lot of people do this, but like, creatures can attack your weapons. So like, if players don't have magic weapons, just because you're not running like a Rust Monster, like an Iron Golem can like swing at somebody's shield or something. Now your players are going to get really mad, obviously, but you know, they get mad at everything, so you might as well just do it, right? So we'll give it Siege Monster. Why not? This is kind of what I want to do. I want to just take everybody's suggestions, and we're just going to make a monster together. So, alright, so Siege Monster just deals double damage to objects and structures. Alright, now that's 3 traits. We can't go too crazy on the traits, because otherwise, I think once you go over like 4 traits, it starts to get a little hard to keep track of them. And then I try to cap out at 6 traits specifically. Let me look at the damage resistances. I'm gonna look at a stone golem now real quick, since this is made out of stone. I do think actually a low dex would be smart for this, because it's on all fours. It's in the shape of a turtle. It's probably, it's probably moving really slowly. I have to move back because my OBS camera is really janky. It's just like cut off. Maybe its head is attached to a column inside the turtle, and its head can slam forward. That's cool. That's actually really cool. Like it can make like an attack in a line. That would be really sick, actually. I'm picturing almost like it's like a walking battering ram. That'd be pretty sick, actually. We're gonna do that now. I got the dungeon synth music playing in the background like we did last time here, so hopefully we're vibing to that. Hopefully you guys can hear it. What was I doing here? Let me read the chat again. Does it have any ranged options? Maybe it can breathe a small 15-foot cone of small rocks. That's cool too. Maybe it could have like a pan on its stomach, since it's so low to the ground that like when it walks it like scoops stuff up, and then it loads it, and then it shoots them out like a grape shot. That would be kind of cool. So we'll give it a ranged attack with the head slam that goes out. I don't know, maybe I should make it we'll get there first. Let's do the resistances before we get to the actions, because it's got to have a bunch of resistances. Yeah, it probably should be immune to poison. It makes sense, it's immune to psychic. Alright. One thing I wish that this had was, instead of me hitting like it's immune to this, I wish I could just hit it's immune to all except. Actually, I can do that. I don't want to do a straight up immunity to all, but I mean more so like condition immunities would be nice to do that. You guys can't see it on the stream. I noticed when I click these little drop downs, they don't pop up for some reason. I don't know why. But we're gonna do poison, immune to poison, immune to psychic, because it doesn't have a brain. It's a construct. Probably it should be resistant to non-magical attacks, I would say. That makes sense. Definitely, some people get mad at me when I do this, but I really don't think things that are not made of living flesh should be able to take damage from necrotic, so I'm going to give it immunity to necrotic damage. And I think that's pretty good. What does a stone golem have? Okay, golems, are they all immune to attacks that aren't non-adamantine? I guess we'll do it like that. Could have some sort of area of effect attack too, maybe. Uses heavy weight to cause some sort of minor earthquake. Yeah, that's pretty cool too. We could do something like that. Big stomp. Maybe we could do something like that where it has like a shockwave effect, like an AoE. It's like really slow moving, but it has ways to get around that. Do we think it needs anything else? No, these have magic weapons, so I think maybe we'll just give it magic weapons then. Because, barbarians. We just have to nerf barbarians more than we already do in this game. Where's magic weapons? Magic weapons. Weapon attacks are magical. Just say all weapon attacks are magical. Now, if you're a new player reading this, I would hope that you wouldn't read this as, everybody else's weapon attacks are magical. It's on the creature stat block. It should be self-explanatory that this is the golems or the constructs things. The weapons count as like its attacks. So in 5e, even if it's like a fist, that counts as a weapon. If it's like a headbutt, that counts as a weapon attack, even if it's not like a sword or a bow. That's just how it works in 5e. I usually just classify them as like natural weapons. I think that's good for traits. I can't think of any more at the moment. Sometimes, if it was old DM Dungeon Mastery, I would make it like reduce damage taken from attacks by like 3, but that just adds too much math, and new DM Dungeon Mastery doesn't like doing that. So, understands the language of its creator. Do that. So it's nothing too crazy in the ability scores department, though. After looking at the stone golem, I'm probably going to increase its strength now. I think like to counteract how slow and immobile it is, we're going to give it like a high strength, like 24, even though that outclasses the iron golem. Yeah, I'm picturing like snapping turtle, like it's got like spiked shell. Oh, I need to add a trait that what is that? It's like natural camouflage or something, so it blends in. You can't tell it's not a rock formation. Let me see here. What is that called? Mimics have it. Cannot remember. I thought it was called camouflage, but I don't think it is. It should be something like, while it's not motionless, it's indistinguishable from a normal rock formation or something. You guys know what I'm talking about? What is that trait called? Help me before I go insane. Might have to just open up a mimic stat block. That might be what it is. I looked up camouflage and it just says it has advantage on checks made to hide in that terrain. Let me look up a mimic stat block real quick. False appearance, that's what it's called. Where's that at? Okay. So, while motionless. Construct is indistinguishable from a rock formation. There we go. Got it. Okay, now we're chomping at the bit to get these actions in here, so I guess we'll start off with the turtleneck. What is up, Nasco? How are you, man? Alright, let's see here. I need to open up one of my other stat blocks, actually, really quickly, so I can get the formatting down here. There we go. Let's take this. I'm gonna copy that. We're gonna put that in here. I'm gonna actually copy this whole thing here. I just want this format. We're not gonna use this exactly. Alright, so it's gonna be stone jaws. Strength attack. Should I make it when it attacks in a like 15-foot line? Or how do you think we should do that? Or should I make that a recharge attack? Where it can lunge its head out and then come back. Let me take this out here. This is here. There we go. We could give this a flashy name, or we could just call it a bite attack. I'm thinking like 2d12 sounds good. 2d12 piercing damage. Column inside. Yeah, we'll call that attack a battering ram, I think, and then we might have to give that a recharge, maybe. Or I might have to put that under special actions. The lycanthropic tiefling that turns into a hellhound. A werehound, if you will. That is a cool idea. We could probably try to do that one next, because I haven't done like a werewolf in a while, and I want to redo some of my werewolf stat blocks, so I can definitely do that next. That is pretty cool. It gives you a new form of lycanthropy also. I don't know why my cheek's really itchy. If you keep seeing me scratching. I swear I'm not doing meth. So what I started doing was, instead of putting the recharge in the attack itself, I started giving it a separate thing called special actions where the recharges go, so that it could have multiple recharges, like multiple recharge attacks, but they're not like separate recharge abilities. So I think well, you know, with the blessing of my dear viewers, I think that's what I'm gonna do for this here. So we'll do this, we'll put that there as a placeholder, we'll do special actions, and now this way in the future I can also do it like this as well. Whoops, get that out of there, I don't need that anymore. Do that, put that in there, so that'll just be blank. Double column this too. Okay, so let's work on this bite attack. Does this bite attack need rider effects, do you think? Do you think we should, you know, oh, it bites you and then you're mangled, or is it, you know, it's just a bite attack? I know I go a little crazy with my rider effects, but I like making my D&D combat more brutal. Although people that play melee characters don't like it too much. Let's check the chat here while we're waiting. Simple bite attack, maybe a chance to grapple because the bite is strong. Yeah, I think because snapping turtles latch on pretty hard when they bite too. So I like the new D&D. You have to go to sleep soon though. There will definitely be a VOD. I usually don't edit the live streams, although I should start doing that because there's usually a lot of dead air right in the beginning. I like the new D&D's 2024's thing where they just don't require a saving throw, like you're just grappled if you're this size or smaller. Some people don't like that, but I don't know. I like it. Oh, that's a good idea too. If it's holding you and then it slams you into something, that's actually a pretty good idea. Well, okay, yeah, we'll do that. We're gonna say piercing damage, comma, large or smaller creatures. Should it be just medium or large creatures? I think it's okay if this thing could grab a horse. I might want to make this huge though, now that I'm thinking about it, like a huge turtle battering ram siege engine thing. We'll do large or smaller creatures for right now. I'm just trying to envision like how big this thing is. Hopefully I don't unplug my mic because I'm leaning on the wire here. larger, smaller creatures are grappled. Escape. DC. Strength save. Whoops. Do that. Put that in. Let's see how that looks. How's that look? You think that looks good? Or do you think it should get, like, you make a strength save and then you're not grappled? Peace out, Nasco. Have a good sleep, my friend. Just the battering ram thing. I know fighter players get up in arms at auto grapples because my friend Matt didn't like getting auto grappled by things, but yeah, we're just gonna say you're auto grappled. I'm gonna say instead of it's gonna auto grapple you, but we'll say to counter it, if you make yourself large size, it doesn't grapple you. So we're just gonna say medium or smaller creatures. I don't know why I always capitalize it. It just looks better to me when it's capitalized like that, but let me do that. Alright, so it's got the bite. It's grapple. Does the bite itself, not the ramming attack, need to do anything else? Do we think we should just give it a headbutt so it could do bludgeoning damage? Hello, Dragon Pulp. How art thou doing today, mine friend? It's been... Let's figure this out here. I think I'll give it a headbutt attack, just a regular one, just so it can do bludgeoning damage. I'm always thinking of, like, okay, if you run into this thing and it's in a catacomb, or you somehow take this thing into a catacomb, and you're like, oh, I want it to do good against skeletons. Like, I mean, if it could already battering ram you, it should probably have a headbutt attack, right? So I think we can give it a headbutt attack. That maybe, you know, it would make sense if it would stun you, but here we'll do like head ram attack, maybe batter. Somebody give me like an RPG style name for the battering ram attack. The non-recharge battering ram attack. This is just like a boom, like it just headbutts you. I've seen turtles headbutt stuff. Cranial crush, perfect. We'll do cranial slam. How's that? Because it's like slamming into you. I've seen turtles like headbutt people's feet, so I think it would make sense for it to do that. Alright, so this would be strength. Now that I'm adding this, I'm going to have to make it so that if you're grappled, you can't use this attack against creatures that are grappled. Or maybe you can, because you could just slam it into something. We'll see. I guess 2d12 bludgeoning damage, right? We got some mischievous music playing here. DM Dungeon Mastery moment. This one could knock you prone, I think. Knock you prone. Of course, I always go to, if you fail to save by 5 or more, you're stunned. So maybe we'll do, this is where you get a strength save. Bludgeoning damage. Do medium. Smaller creatures must make a DC strength save, or are knocked prone. If the save fails by 5 or more, it is also stunned until the end of its next turn. Now that might be mean, but also this is a tier 3 creature. So, you know. But if you make yourself larger, so this is where I always think about, like, build the counter into the stat block. So this only happens if it's bigger than you. So if you're the same size, then you know, you kind of counteract the you're getting ragdolled around the room. I also need to add this into this. It cannot use its stone jaws. Use its use any attack, any other attack. I'm gonna have to figure out how to word this in a not terrible way. Cannot use any other attack against any creature other than the one it's grappling. I'm just gonna say it can only use its bite attack while grappling. That's better, yep, thank you. Can't use attacks. It can't use attacks other than bite against grapple target. There we go. That's what takes me so long when I make these. Alright, let me look at these two things here. Alright, so we got bite and we have cranial slam. Cranial slam can potentially stun you. Stunning is very strong. It's annoying to get stunned. I don't usually like to do a lot of stuns because players hate it. They don't like losing their turn, but also it's like, do you just take a thing out because people don't like it? I like the idea of it has something grappled and slams their head into the wall. Yes, we're actually going to do that with its recharge attack. It's going to have its neck is going to extend like a battering ram, since this is like a stone construct turtle made for war here. So we're going to actually do something like that. I think that's good, right? I don't think it needs any other attacks with its stone head. Maybe we should call it Stone Head instead of Stone Jaws, since it's doing a headbutt attack. That's where the attack is coming from. It's coming from the head. It's got a +9 to hit, a 5-foot reach. I could give it a 10-foot reach. I don't think... Does a regular stone golem have a 10-foot reach? No, it does not, so that's fine. I think it makes sense. We'll just give it's ranged from the recharge and the other stuff that we're gonna add now. Spooky dungeon synth music playing caught me off guard there. Okay, so we got the head attacks. Let me try to remember some of the other things that people suggested here. The AoE attack that we need to do, the breath attack, the earthquake with the stomp. Could be that it uses bite against creatures and slams against objects and structures in an inflexible way. Yeah. Alright, so I guess this will be... What the hell do I call this category of weapon here? Stone feet. Before I do that, I actually need to do this. I need to grab this. Just copy this whole thing, actually. shatter here. Alright, we'll do Earthquake Stomp. This, it would be interesting because it can knock stuff prone, to actually have an attack that can stomp on things that are prone, and it does like a crazy amount of damage, but it can't use it unless you're prone, and then also give it an Earthquake Stomp. I think I might do the Earthquake Stomp and the special actions, so that'll be like its second recharge attack maybe. I know what I need to do now. I need to add that rock spitting attack. That actually might need to go in the special action. This thing might have 3 special actions. We'll see then, we'll see. Won't have consistent range damage. Okay. Alright. Let me see here, hold on. Okay, Stone Feet. We'll do... just call it Stomp. I want like a World of Warcraft ability-esque name for it. Some Gargant Stomp or something. Oh god, hold on. I'm gonna escape. I'm gonna AFK in Nightmare Zone. Get my XP, there we go. Okay, we're Terra Stomp. Yeah, that sounds good. Terra Stomp. We'll do prone creatures only, and this should deal like 4d10 or something. 4d10 bludgeoning damage. I'll say due to its lack of intelligence, if it gets all these different abilities, perhaps it might use most of these features at the command of its master instead of its own agency. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let me figure out the abilities first, and then maybe I'll put like I do want to make a what type of wizard would make a construct? That'd be a conjuration wizard, right? I need to make like a conjuration wizard or something. That would be cool. I like making wizards that have like special, like evoker, conjurer, like stuff like that. If we're going a little more magical, we could do a slowing stomp or forces a save. That's a good idea because stone golems actually can cast like slow. I think what I'll do is I'll make this one will mangle you or cripple you if you are medium or smaller. And if you guys have been here for a while, you know what cripple does. But I will put yeah, that'll have to go into the recharge abilities, I think, because that's a pretty strong ability, but that is a good idea, I agree. I like the slowing thing for stone. Medium or smaller creatures are crippled. Let me figure out how to word this like super concisely here. And if you're new here, crippled is a condition that I came up with. We'll just say movement speed reduced by 10 feet until healing. I can't spell apparently. Reduced until receiving magical healing. So now, I don't do stone golems have multi-attack? They do. So maybe we'll have to give it multi-attack, but you know, it'll lose out on the multi-attack if like you're not prone. It probably won't be able to use its stomp attack because, you know, Turtles don't necessarily... I don't think turtles can stand up on their hind legs and slam down. I'm pretty sure they can't do that. They flip over and then they can't get back over. Which, if... we should actually add that in as a weakness. If you somehow, like, cast, like, Pillar of... there's, like, a spell where you can... Tiberius used to do it in Critical Role before they kicked him off the show. He had, like, a pillar of stone or something, and if you, like, punch it from underneath and you flip it over, that would actually be cool if it had, like, some sort of negative where it can't stand back up on its own. It's like prone like that permanently or something. I think a good weakness is no multi-attack. Yes and no, because if I do no multi-attack, I kind of want to make its bite deal more damage, because like every attack at tier 3, this is for like characters of level, what is tier 3? I have it screenshotted somewhere. Oh god, it's not that far down. Where is it? I can't remember. It's been so long since I've made a video. Ah, here we go. So tier 3 is like characters that are levels 11 through 16. So if this doesn't have multi-attack, I think all of its attacks need to be impactful, and they would have to do a lot of damage. So I could make its bite do 3d12 or something, but also I need to fix this because this is all, that's all screwed up there. There we go. I don't think that needs to be italicized. Bones of the Earth, I believe, could be a way for Marshall to shine without being heavily punished. Bones of the Earth, that sounds like a Pathfinder thing. I've never heard of that spell. A good and thematic punishment for it being prone would be it takes all of its speed. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll do something like... it has to be... I don't know if it... we might have to make a new condition for this. If it's like flipped over on its back. Because the on-kegs have a thing where like if they're prone, their belly's exposed. And their AC actually goes down if they go prone. But with this thing, it's like a Battlemaster fighter has like an ability to knock things prone. I think you're right, but I think what I was thinking of is Pillar of Stone. I think that's a spell, if I'm not mistaken. It shoots like these big obelisks out of the ground. It's like Obelisk of Stone or something. I think it's like a high-level spell. I don't know. I just remember Tiberius was doing it, and he was like doing it way too much, and they were getting mad at him in one episode of Critical Role I was watching. It's so cringe to watch those older episodes with him in it, because like you could just tell nobody wants to play with him because he's just annoying. Okay, my mind is going all over the place. Okay, so we'll figure out if it gets multi-attack or not, but so that, I think that's good for just a basic attack for its feet, right? And now we could give it like a spiked flail for a tail or something. That would be cool too. But then again, it's not really going to be able to spin around really fast, so that probably would not be as useful. So, was there anything else people were thinking of here? I need to give it another trait. Let's come up with a name. What are we going to call this thing? Let's think of a name for this thing, because we haven't named it yet. Might even give it a burrow speed. That would be kind of cool. Then again, no. Actually, no, it doesn't need a burrow speed. I command you, chat, to give me names for this creature. Let's think about what we can call this. Go to ChatGPT. That's usually what I do, so maybe I'll do that in the meantime just to get like a placeholder name, because it's good for stuff like that. I also use Fantasy Name Generator, but ChatGPT is good for like specific things that I need. Stone tortoise. I'm thinking like something. It's not a bad name. Gaiolith. That's pretty cool. Boulder shell. Is Gaiolith another Pokemon name, or is that an OG name that you just came up with? Because that's pretty cool. Stone tortoise. Mashing the word earth word and turtle word. Okay, we'll call it a Gaiolith. That sounds really cool. Okay, so we need to put a trait in here that says like, what are we gonna call this trait for when it's flipped over? Oh, I think my playlist ended. Let's put on the OG here. Yeah. Okay. See, I don't know how to do. So what the thing is, like, I want to just keep it simple and say if it's knocked prone, it flips on its back. But there's some classes that can like do that too easily. Like a Battlemaster fighter has a maneuver, I think, that could trip you, but like if you trip it normally, it's just gonna fall flat and it should be able to just stand back up. It needs to actually specifically be like when it's prone and on its back. So we'll say, I guess, like for a negative trait for when the turtle is flipped on its back. It needs to sound like a susceptibility-esque thing, but not too esoteric. Oh, exposed underside. That would be... Helpless shell, flipped, vulnerable belly, belly up. I like that one. Because that can't be misinterpreted anyway. We'll say we won't do that, but like if a player wants to be creative and say like, I want to try to flip this thing on its back, we'll just put sort of like if the I forget what we named it already. If the Gaiolith is knocked prone on its shell, its AC is reduced by 3 and must spend all its It should like fail everything automatically. It automatically fails. Should I say like it automatically fails? What is it? Like it really would like screw it up. I don't know what to say though. We'll say it must use all its movement to and automatically fails all dex rolls. We'll say rolls just to be like every roll that, well, maybe checks. Was checks / saves. And then I think if you're prone, you already have disadvantage on attack rolls, so. I could even say it would be really debilitating for it, but I could say it must use its action and all its movement speed to stand up. I just want it to be like really debilitating if it gets knocked prone. We'll just say it reduces all its movement to stand. Automatically fail. Should its AC go down by 3? I think 3 sounds good. Too many traits. I think that should be okay. If it's knocked prone on its shell, its AC is reduced by 3. Must use all its movement to stand and automatically fails all strength and dex saves. I should say while prone. Hold on. We'll do must use all its movements to stand at the end so it's not confusing. Saves, comma. Must use all its movement speed to stand. Sounds good. Like that. Just so it's not too complicated to understand. Can have 1 a day ability, shell spin, get up from prone. Bowser brain. That'd be funny. Maybe. We'll see. I think it's like almost, we're like at the perfect size where like the creature's not too complicated to run, because once I add these special actions in, it'll be like a perfect square. Shouldn't be too much dead space. Alright, let's do these special actions here. What was the first one we were going to do? The battering ram, right? We'll call it battering slam. Nice block of stats. Exactly. What was I doing? Battering slam. I'm gonna put the colon or semicolon. I don't know what's the difference between these two. I don't know what the name is for either. I always thought semicolon was that one, but I don't know. I always used to say English was my best my best class in school, but now that I'm out of school for almost a decade, I've lost IQ. Oh no, I'm running out of spellcasts on RuneScape. Scheisse. I gotta fix that real quick before we continue. Sim, are you still in here? I'm calling out to Sim with the Firefox logo eating Google. I need your input on this. Sorry, everybody. I can't miss out on my XP gains on RuneScape. Okay, Sim. So we're gonna do your battering slam attack here. I need to know. So you were saying it should be 15 feet long. It does everything in a line. something. Sorry, I'm losing a 10-foot reach. 10 foot. Alright, we'll do 10 feet then. As soon as I do this real quick. Sorry guys. I have a crippling addiction to RuneScape. I gotta make sure I don't miss my XP. There we go. Okay. So we'll do the wide, 10-foot long line. Each creature in the line must make a DC. Make sure we bold the DC. Strength save, Dex save. Save. Capitalize. Save or take. We'll just say or. 3d10 bludgeoning damage. Or 3d12 bludgeoning damage. 4d10 bludgeoning damage. It does have siege monsters, so it's already going to do double damage. So it would... I don't think that would double twice. Okay, we'll do 4d10 bludgeoning. We'll say if you're already grappled, you take 8d10 instead. If a creature is grappled, it takes... It automatically... it has to hit something though, because it wouldn't make sense if he was just like doing this and it doesn't hit anything. The creature is grappled and another creature... Fuck, how am I gonna say this? Another creature... Oh, we'll say if a creature is grappled and the head collides with a solid surface or another creature... Okay, we'll say that first. We'll say if... Hold on. Say if the head collides with a solid surface or another creature, a creature grappled by the bite takes... No, that doesn't sound right. Hold on. I gotta figure out how I want to word this. Creatures grappled by a bite attack take, say they automatically fail and take 8d10 bludgeoning. If the head collides with a solid surface or another creature. Sounds about right. Creature. Period. I think I could probably say that more efficiently with less words, maybe. Battering slam. So I want to take that out of there. G-A-L. There's no L, right? G-A-I-O. I already forgot how to spell it. G-A-I-O-L-I-T-H. I think I spelled it wrong still. God damn it, Anthony. Brain no worky. There we go. that's good for that attack, that ability. I don't want that capitalized. How does that look? Chat. Extends its head in a 5-foot wide, 10-foot long line. Each creature in the line must make a DC 17 Dex save, or they take 4d10 bludgeoning damage. I should probably knock them prone, right? It should probably knock them prone. Bludgeoning damage. And fall prone. Creatures grappled by the Gaiolith. Creatures grappled by a Gaiolith's, plural Gaiolith's, possessive bite automatically fail the save and take 8d10 bludgeoning damage, DMG. If the head collides with a solid surface or another creature. Yes, that sounds good. Now we need to do the slam, like the stomp that destroys a bunch of stuff, and then we need to do a breath weapon attack that has ranged on it. And then I think this creature will be done. Now, the only thing would be cool is if I had art for this, but my subscription for Midjourney just ran out the other day, so I won't be able to make art for this at the moment anyways. This is where it sucks. I wish I had like more artists that were like willing to make art. The only thing is I wish I could pay people. I just don't have any money right now. I'm so broke. Okay, let's keep working on this here. Honestly, I could probably do this how I word my spells to cut down on some more. We'll just do 5 foot wide, 10 foot long line. Let me look at my spellcaster stat block real quick, because I can actually cut down on a lot of the words for that. And I'm like I don't know why I've become such a stickler for wording on things, but I have been, so what do I have here? We got 20 foot wide. Okay, yeah. Did I put a space there? 20 foot wide, 100 foot long. Yeah, we'll do 5 foot wide, comma, 10 foot long line. And then I could just put DC something. Yeah, I could just do Dex save or 40-10 bludgeoning damage and fall prone. That still makes sense to most of you, hopefully. So it's like it's affecting every creature in the line. It just doesn't say, you know, each creature. It's, you know, it's oh, bless me. Sorry. It's just, I hope that didn't blow everybody's eardrums out. Oh no, my music stopped. Couldn't mute my mic quick enough. Maybe I could open its mouth and hawk up a projectile boulder. Yeah, that's what we were gonna go with that for. I'm picturing like there's like a trap door on its belly, and as it's walking around, the trap door's open and it's just scooping up like debris essentially. So then it uses that debris and fires it out like a cannon. So it just replenishes its own ammunition basically. Make sure it's worded properly. Knocked prone. Creatures grappled. Automatically fail. Do I need to say fail the save, or do I need to just say automatically fail and take 8d10 bludgeoning damage if the head collides sides with a solid surface or another creature. Okay. I think we'll do these in order of them coming up in the chat. So the next one was the stomp attack that Mr. Team Rockets came up with here. So what is it? What is our stomp called? Earthquake stomp. What would be the range on this? Like a 15-foot radius, maybe? 15-foot radius. This thing is not smart. Suck up bombs hidden in its debris. Yeah, you definitely could do stuff like that as it's moving around. You maybe you get like the schematics for it somewhere in like the wizard's like laboratory, and you see like, oh, there's a hatch on its belly. Maybe we can get it to scoop up a bomb, and then you blow it up from the inside. That would be a cool idea. Or when you knock it on its belly, you could somehow rip the hatch open even and drop stuff in there. That would be interesting. Called shots are interesting until your players abuse it, then it's not very interesting. But we thinking 15-foot radius, DC, strength, save, or falls prone. I don't really know if the earthquake stomp is like damaging things. Team Rocket's not here, the creator of this, so we'll do that for now. It's like a 15-foot radius to knock everything prone. And like obviously, we'll say they have to be on the ground. Creatures on the ground. Radius. We'll do creatures on the ground. We'll say creatures non-flying creatures only. Or fall prone. It's like, why would you use this though if it doesn't do damage? Mayhaps. It's just going to be one of those things where it's like, why would I use it if it doesn't do damage? Yeah, I should say non-flying targets only. That doesn't target anything. Non-flying. Creatures only. Just do that. So good. We'll leave it like that for the time being until somebody suggests something that it could do that's creative with that. Because I want to do this one next here. We got the debris cannon or something. Now, should this be an attack roll or should this just be a saving throw? What do you guys think? It would be simpler if it was just a saving throw. I'm picturing like, you know, it's scatter shot, like a grape shot blast. So we'll do like a do a 20-foot cone. Maybe. This is its only way to attack creatures that are flying also. So DC. This will be con save. It's going to be using the turtle's con. much damage from this. 4d6 bludgeoning damage. I could even, if I make that weak enough, I could, or not weak, but, you know, like, not as powerful, I could even add that to the stone head and not make it a recharge so it has consistent range damage. At least some sort of range damage output. I might actually just do that, to be honest with you. Thunder damage to me is like sound, so I don't think thunder damage would work. I would say more so force or bludgeoning damage would work better for that. I'm gonna take this out. I'm gonna put this under the head. If you chop the head off of this thing, it's going to become like very useless, pretty much. Stomp again. This thing knocks creatures prone a lot too. I guess that's what it's like when you fight something like this, huh? Strength save, or maybe we'll say 2d8 force damage. Falls prone. We'll do force damage and falls prone. On a success, you take half damage. Half damage. Resist. Prone. I'll make it like 3d8. Why not? Say this collapses structure. That's fine, because it'll do damage to structures also. What did I just do? No. 3d8. Success. Do that. We'll say half damage. Resist. Prone. And I want to put this here. Making up some cool stuff here. Okay. I think this looks about. Now we have to come back to the other problem here. Do we give this thing multi-attack? Does it make a head attack and a stomp attack? But technically it'll only be able to stomp if you're prone, so when it starts the fight off, it can't do anything if somebody else is not prone. So I think actually that's not a big deal. Makes 2 attacks. One with its head, and one with its stomp. That way, that's kind of how Wizards of the Coast does stuff, where it's like, if it makes a bite and a claw attack. I know for a mammoth, the mammoth can't use a stomp attack unless the creature's prone, but I think this thing does a lot. I mean, this is That's a lot of hit points. If you're, I think, what's his name? Luke Hart. He runs another YouTube channel. He does D&D stuff. I can't remember his name, but he always says, like, things have too many hit points. So I think ever since he said that, I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I can't give anything a lot of hit points. So I stopped giving things too much hit points. But this will be with a wizard, typically, right? So you'll have a conjuration wizard. Creating a construct, I don't think there's a spell that does that. But I would imagine that's conjuration, right? Or would it be evoke? Nah, it wouldn't be evocation. Does this feel like a tier 3 monster? Does a lot of damage. Doesn't have a consistent ranged attack. But it does have a cone attack. So it can shoot a debris cannon and then you know, make a stomp attack potentially. I'm just thinking, like, I want to make sure it's like no attack is like, oh, why would I use this when I have this? That's why I'm just going through it. I'm looking at everything. I want to make sure like the slam attack doesn't outclass the bite attack because it can stun something. Maybe I take out the stun now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe it doesn't need a stun. Then again, you know, why not, right? We do have this little tiny space here that I just really want to fill up with something. So I almost like want to give it one more attack. Oh, somebody said something about a dust breathing attack, right? Yeah, we could do something like that. We're gonna make this 4d8 bludgeoning damage for that instead. Because this is, like, you are replacing all of your attacks for that. Should we still do the dust attack where it sprays dust everywhere and it obscures the area? And it makes you cough and like hard to breathe. What do we think? My creatures always have a lot of things they can do with actions. So there's a lot of different actions. Now, if somebody sees a stat block and they're not aware of like what it looks like, it's going to be confusing because it can do a lot of different things. So I'll probably have to make a description for it when I put it on Patreon and say this construct is shaped like a snapping turtle or something. We'll do one more special action here. We'll do a dust breath. I think that'll work. Or dust discharge, maybe. Like it sprays it out of its shell. As it's like scooping up all of that dust when it walks. And this will be like a... You can make this a 20-foot radius even. 20-foot radius. Forgot how to spell it. G-A-I-O-L-I-T-H. The guy that discharges dust from its shell, heavily obscuring the area for 1 minute. 1 until the dust is dispersed. I need to look up cloud kill, because I think cloud kill can be sprayed away with like with something. I need to figure out what cloud kill. Where is it? Is it really only a 5th level spell? Wow. Alright, so it lasts for the duration or until strong wind disperses. There we go. Say until dispersed by strong wind or similar magic. And I should probably state that it can see in that somehow. Maybe I can give it like blind sight so you can't be. Give it like a 30-foot blind sight maybe. Like it can just sense everything around it. Or a 20-foot, we'll give it a 20-foot blind sight so it could just see in the dust cloud. Alright. I think it's done. The Gyolith. The angry tortoise here. We will put that on the Patreon for free. Pretty sure I'm not missing anything. I think it looks good. It feels like a tier 3 creature. What is this? This is a creature that we just made with the chat. It was an idea, it was a mashup of 2 creature ideas from the people in the chat. However, we just finished it. So now we gotta make the next creature. So I am going to wait for you guys to give me suggestions on what we should make next. And then we'll go from there. We will go from there. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that fiend werewolf, the fiend wolf idea was the other idea that we had. Hellhound is a creature, right? That's like an actual monster. That's the only thing that I'm worried about. I don't want to have to make 2 stat blocks for 1 creature. I don't see it. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah. We can try it. We can try it. As long as that's what you guys want to do. Is that what we should do? We should do a tiefling lycanthrope. Made a dragonkin orc stat block for elite warriors of young red dragons who can lead an orc clan. Orcs are actually problematic, so you should get. No, just kidding. No, that is cool. I think what we'll do is we'll try to do this tiefling, the tiefling fiend lycanthrope thing that somebody had the idea for. I think that was Nasco. Yeah, he left the chat, but he said that we should do it. I think I said I was going to do that one next. So what I shall do here is I will load a werewolf stat block that I have made. We'll do it, because I have the format for the werewolf already. Ooh, excuse me. Where, oh where are you? Got the hiccups somehow, somewhere. I had it in here somewhere. so this is CR2, so we're gonna have to make this probably a little higher than that. What is it? A Hellhound is in CR2, right? That's much higher than that. So this won't be a werewolf. What the hell are we gonna call this thing? We have to call it something. Let me look at what Nasco had said whenever he did this. When he suggested it. I don't know what to call this. Lycanthrope. Like fiend, I guess. Do like 7. Let me look at my other werewolves real quick. I just want to get like a reference for these that I made here. Werewolf, werewolf, werewolf. Where are you? Wyverns, werewolves. Here we go. Okay, we'll do the base stats of that. We'll go from there. So we got 14, 10, 14, all that looks good. Strength, con, wisdom. We got athletics, survival. Now fiends, interestingly enough, I think instead of silvered weapons, they should be cold iron weapons, because I'm pretty sure, unless cold iron only works on demons, but it would be kind of cool to do like how when you fight a spirit troll you can't hit it with fire or acid, it has to be like psychic and something else. Psychic and force damage, I believe. What do we think? Wake up, chat. It's time to make a monster. Cold iron works on fiends and fae. Silver's not in like the lore for like a devil, right? Because a tiefling is kind of a devil, aren't they? They're half devil. What is a hellhound? What is a hellhound? Where are you? There you are. Come on, man. Let's keep refreshing because it's not working. Work. Alright, we'll just do this then. Hellhound. DD, 5e, stat block. Okay, they are fiends. Okay, so we're gonna make it instead of silver, it has to be cold iron. I know a lot of people don't know what cold iron is, but it's a specific material that's used for killing like fiends and stuff. I think, anyways. Let me look up D&D cold iron. Let me read about this here. famed for its efficiency against fey creatures and demons. Okay. D&D. What are devils weak to? I know devils are weak to something. I don't know. I guess fiends are a broad category because those are also like arcanoloths. So I don't know if I should just do silvered or not. We'll do. Why not? We'll do from magical attacks that aren't cold iron. And then we'll do bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. It's not letting me. It's like replacing the other one, but I want it to be both. Like, if you don't have a cold iron weapon, it's gonna just take half damage. Okay, we'll put immune to that. How did I do that before? Why is it not letting me? It's very strange. Resistant. It replaces it now. I don't think it ever used to do that before. That's so weird. Huh. Well, that sucks. Maybe I can say it in another way so that it makes sense. Weapon attacks that aren't magical or made from cold iron. Because that's weapons can't do anything that aren't bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. And if it is magical, you know, it wouldn't. Hold on a second. I think I'm losing my mind here. Let me go back to here real quick. Bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from magical attacks that aren't silvered. That's what it was. So even if it was magical. Bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. I know why. Sorry. Okay. I got you. Okay, so they are immune to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing attacks. resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing attacks, but then they are immune if it is non-magical. There we go. There we go. Got it. Alright, so... It's probably like tier 2. It's proficiency bonus. That's something I forgot to do on the other creature. I just reminded myself after looking at that. Proficiency bonus was only 2 on the giant turtle, so that actually needs to be like 4. Much better. Much better. Okay. Yes. I'm going to save that and replace the other file that I just downloaded. Losing me mind. Alright. Okay, so let's try to make this here. Let's figure out what we're gonna do. I guess a tiefling's natural armor. Or what's a hellhound's natural armor? 15, so be 15 natural armor. 10 is a humanoid. So hellhound's speed is 50 feet, so we'll give them a speed of 50 feet. And then what shall we do? What is a hellhound's HP? Hellhound's HP is 45, so we gotta do something about that. I don't know how tanky I should make this. We'll do like 11 hit die. 71 hit points is fine. I should probably do like a bloodied condition also. Oh boy. Let's see here. Let me check my stream stats. Okay, we're still alive. Most of the people left, that's why it's gotten so quiet. I was wondering if I was still alive. Alright, so I think most of these can work. Not struck down with a... We'll just replace this with cold iron weapon. Say it rises at dusk, as long as its body is intact. This is with a werewolf. I've never killed a... werewolves are so scary in 5e because you could spread like lycanthropy so easily. And some players get really mad because they don't want to be a werewolf, but I gotta use them more, man. I like the ones that I made where they just like, they regen HP. If you don't kill them with the weapon that you need, they come back. Like, that's actually how they're supposed to be, I'm pretty sure. Like, you can hit a werewolf with an axe that's not silvered and lob its limb off, but it'll like rapidly grow its limb back if you don't. What's up, August? I forgot to call you. I think I read your message today, but I forgot to call you. I'll have to call you after the stream. I'll talk to you after I finish the stream here. Okay, I think I can just reuse most of these. I don't have to really do too much. I don't really know much about a hellhound, to be honest with you. Let me read their lore. They just commonly serve evil creatures and use them as companions. They also have pack tactics. So, that's an idea. give them pack tactics also. Let me close, actually no, let me leave that open. Let me close that. Keep that open. I could probably take that out. Hunt the wounded. Against any creature that is bloodied. Do that. Cut down on some wording. Now I have to figure out how to do shape changer. Polymorphs into a hellhound. Hellhound. A hellhound tiefling hybrid? Or a fiend tiefling hybrid? What's true humanoid? True tiefling form. What happens if you shoot this werewolf with a cannon? No, don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. I had an argument with a guy about that. It's the dude from the very beginning of my channel. He had the Chris Hansen profile picture, and he was arguing with me on every single video that I made about how my creatures weren't good. I had to eventually block him and ban him from the channel. Under a full moon, what would this creature transform under? If it's a hellhound, I don't like fiends. Like I need to know some more lore about like fiends. D&D fiend lore. Primal malevolence. My immersion is broken and my day is ruined. Maybe they transform. I don't know. Cause like werewolves transform under a full moon, but like, what would a fiend lycanthrope transform? I guess a full moon is fine too. I kind of want to say a blood moon, but those are so incredibly rare that it would never. Say under a full blood moon. Why not? Junks. What does that mean? Jinx. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, I was only thinking a different trigger solely based on the fact that it's fiendish in nature and not a typical. This is only like it can transform, like it can shape change normally, but like it's forced to transform under a blood moon. I guess we'll say. I don't know how to say, like, what would the hybrid form be called? Just a fiend tiefling hybrid? A fiend humanoid hybrid? Fiend humanoid hybrid is true. Humanoid form. Maybe we could say, like, only tieflings can be infected by this. That would make it like it's a lycanthropy that only can happen to tieflings because they have a fiendish blood in them. Yeah, I know they are humanoids. I just like I want to kind of play on the fact that they have like fiendish essence within them. Maybe we can make its like claws do fire damage also, like it's burning really hot. Slashing plus 1d4 fire damage. Depending on the qualities of the infected person. Yeah, this is an interesting idea. Too bad the guy who came up with the idea is not here, so now it's in my hands to destroy his idea and make it not at all what he imagined. So, you know, no pressure. Let me put these lines in here. I don't like not having the lines. I also need to do bloodied. What is half of 40 is half of 71. 71, 11d8 plus 22. Quick, somebody do math. Half of 71, round it up. I'll do it. 71 divided by 2 is 35.5, so we'll just say 35 is the bloodied condition for this guy. The guy who came up with the idea did say tiefling and hellhound. Yeah. 35, 45. 45, 35. I think, yeah, I think this would be completely, utterly terrifying to see this thing. Like, its eyes are probably glowing red. It's pretty horrifying. We'll probably give it, like, honestly, we'll probably give it, like, does a hellhound have resistance? Immunity to fire damage, so we're going to give it immunity to fire damage. And I think its attacks dealing extra fire damage would be good. It can also do the fire breath like the hellhound, so yeah, I was just about to say that. We should probably give it a fire attack here. We'll give it a special action. Let me go here. This will be a recharge. I need to get the blank character. Put the blank character in there. Fire breath. Oh, you know what? We have to make it flavorful. Hellfire breath. Good, good. Das ist gut. What is the hellhounds? It is 15-foot cone. Where am I going? 15-foot cone. I need to put the dot in there. I need to put that right there. We'll figure that out. Now in its humanoid form, yes, it can burn your house down. This is the, hopefully the three little pigs don't exist in this canon because, oh, let me go here. We'll do hellish weapons instead of cursed weapons. Where is it? I think it's in here somewhere. Hellish weapons. Count as magical and deal an extra 1d6 fire damage. Should this only be active in the wolf form, though? 3 little pork roasts if this monster finds them. Exactly. 3 little hogren. It's a deep cut. Nobody knows about that yet. We still need to... Dude, we gotta finish that. I want to finish that so bad. Okay, so in my original design with the werewolves, their weapon attacks only count as magical when they're in the werewolf form. But this being a tiefling, they're kind of from the hells. They're not really, but they could be. Should I make all of his weapon attacks deal extra fire damage even when he's in his humanoid form? Nah, I think it makes sense. It's like part of the curse. We'll just do hybrid slash hellhound only. Yes, we do. The humanoid and hybrid form should be separate. Okay, my son, okay. Did I have the regular werewolf? Did they have more regen? They do have regen 10 HP. So we're gonna make this regenerate 10 HP. At the start of its turns, if it has at least 1 HP, it doesn't regenerate. If damaged by cold iron weapons since its last turn. And then obviously if you have a sword of wounding, it wouldn't regenerate. F it, we ball. That's right. Okay. It's not, it's still not looking... What does Devil's Sight do? Is Devil's Sight True Sight? I was gonna say, I could give this thing, like, True Sight when it's transformed or something, but maybe not. Start doing this. Hellhound. Hellhound slash hybrid only. That. The ability to see perfectly in darkness and magical darkness. I thought Pit Fiends had... Pit Fiends have something special? I don't think Pit Fiend is in the... Oh, it is in the SRB. Let's see. They have True Sight. But, unfortunately, I can't specify that they only have the... Well, werewolves have dark vision even in humanoid form, so I'm going to give them a 60-foot True Sight. Maybe. Is that too much? No, Hellhounds have dark sight, so we'll just keep it dark vision. Never mind. It's too OP. Okay, let me fix this here. Claws should deal an additional 1d6 fire damage. Now, should I give them any sort of special attack? Or should I just leave it like that? Like it's just damage, because he's gonna get 4 of these attacks when he hits bloodied. I always like I take like the Warwick. If you guys have ever played League of Legends, I do Warwick style. So the lower the HP the werewolf gets, the more aggressive and the faster it attacks. It starts doing. So I like to have it like when these creatures hit bloodied, they get 2 additional like claw attacks. Let me see here. So we got the bite, and I made the bite deal more damage if the target's missing HP. Missing HP plus 1d6.
this is interesting because we have to say tieflings slash fiends bitten, or say tieflings and devils. I think maybe devils, because like a hellhound should not be able to turn into a lycanthrope because it doesn't make sense. But I think most devils are bipedal. Then again, there's not, because there's like lemurs that I don't know how to specify this for the curse on how it's transmitted. Feel you're cursed with fiend lycanthropy. Yeah. It's kind of weird though, because like a pit fiend, like would a pit fiend really benefit from turning into this? I think it would detrimentally affect it rather than benefit it. But I digress. I think we're gonna give it some more like cooler weapons here. What is a very tiefling-esque weapon? We should just do like a, I don't know what type of weapon I should give a tiefling. What is their art typically specified? I don't see very many tieflings that are like melee characters. They're mostly spellcasters and thieves. Or I'm sorry, rogues. I've been playing Shadow Dark more than 5e. Give them a rapier. I never see morning stars. Maybe I'll just do a morning star. Tiefling paladin. We'll do. Not many creatures have halberds. We'll give them a halberd. Why not? Halberd. 10 feet reach. Alright, let me figure out here. It does a D10 slashing. Okay. We'll go here. Halberd, humanoid, form only. Stab, slash. We'll call it a jab. Jab or a hack attack. This will be 1d10 piercing or slashing damage. And take this here. Do that there. This is a 10-foot reach. Bing, bang, boom. Wisest guy in your room. Take the sickle off. And then I think, just like a light crossbow might even work. Because this might be just like maybe he's a messenger from the hells or something. BRB, it's dog walk time. Goodbye, my son. Be safe. I'll be here when you get back, maybe. Certainly. Surely. Alright, light crossbow. I think light crossbows are martial weapons. Hopefully I'm right. Martial weapon. Do that. Bolt. On hit. 1d8 piercing. DMG. Do that. Take that rock out. And what else? actually does an extra 2d6 fire damage, but the Hellhounds can't use their claws. So that makes me almost want to do... Yep, we're just going to do that. Its hellish weapons are going to do 2d6 fire damage. We're going to call this fiendish weapons. Because hellish is normally poison damage, so... this thing's going to deal a metric shit ton of damage here. And players are not going to be happy. But it's okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So they do that, they do that. I don't like... I do not like how this moves down to the second line like that, but unfortunately I can't fix that. Because unless I say hound instead of hellhound, but I can't specify that really. Players do not deserve to be happy. You know what? You're right. They ruin our games. That's all they're good for, is ruining our games. Let me increase this to that. I think a 3 would be good. Let me move this here so I'm not showing you the broad side of my cheek and I'm looking more straight ahead there while I'm working on this. Alright, so I got the chat there. True humanoid form with all the stats unchanged. Okay, that's good. That was a quick walk. Welcome back, Sim. What was I keep losing my train of thought. What was I doing? Right, I just need to do this now, and I think this will be done. 15-foot cone, and then we just do DC, Dex, save, or what does this do? It's just fire damage, right? Yeah, they take 6d6 fire damage, half on a success. Success is half damage. Bold success. So if you can quickly glance to it, do that. I gotta get the special line here. Do that. Bam. And I gotta make sure shape changer is at the bottom. Put a line under shape changer just because. And I think this is done. Can't think of anything else to put on here. Make sure everything lines up with the Hellhound. Do I give it pack tactics? I think I have to give it pack tactics too. This thing's kind of busted. Only when it's transformed though. We'll just put pack tactics. And then I just do Hellhound only. Now I always forget how I worded this on my other creatures. Where's a creature that has pack tactics at? Look here. Alright, so has at creatures if an ally versus creatures if an ally is within 5 feet of the target and isn't incapacitated. There we go. Oh, this is gotta be Hellhound. Hellhound only. Maybe I don't need that because it's not a wolf anymore. So I'm going to take that out because it does a lot of damage. And then Pack Tactics kind of replaces that anyway, so... So yeah, that looks good. I think that pretty much... That's a fiendish lycanthrope. I gotta change this. Any languages native to the area, but can't speak in Hellhound form. Why did I not do that? Hold on. Speaks. Any language into the area. And then we'll also do Infernal. Because it's a tiefling. But I have to do this real quick. Can't speak in Hellhound form. There. I haven't added a language like that to a creature in a really long time. Okay, I think that's done. I think that's pretty strong. 71 hit points. It's bloodied at 35. You can't kill it unless you kill it with a cold iron weapon. Has a Hellfire Breath that does a 15-foot cone of fire. Fire doesn't do anything special, it just does fire damage. Do I think I'll be available in 45 minutes? I probably will be. I don't know how much longer I'll be streaming for, because I think the stream's dying at this point. But I did get 3 creatures out of it. So, I don't think we have any other things to make, or do we have any other ideas for creatures to make, dear chat, dear viewers? Is this curse like actually scalable? Yes. Okay. Just make sure I got everything good there. Yep. And then a Hellhound's Bite doesn't do anything special. No. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna do this. This is a little more. I'm just gonna do that. 1d8 piercing damage. No, 1d8 piercing plus 2d6 fire. Fire damage. Just simplify that a little bit. Double checking everything here. Thing looks good. Yeah, it looks good. Let me delete those, re-download it. Alright. If anybody can hear me in the chat, do we have any final creature ideas? are those too good? I want to definitely do more of these. I want to try to start streaming more. Now that I'm just so irritated with CapCut going up to $20 a month from $10 a month. It's just so annoying, like, especially like when I don't have a shit ton of expendable income right now. Imagine an organized military where all soldiers have lycanthropy and they use the curse, and yeah, that's scary. Yeah, a creature like this makes for a little bit tougher world building because you have to come up with a reason as to why, like, people don't just voluntarily get this injected. I would say, like, usually, you know, they probably don't have much control over them once they transform. That's usually how I imagine, like, a werewolf. Like, they're uncontrollable when they're as a werewolf. I kind of want to add just something else to this Hellfire Breath, though. Like, you stay on fire or something. Also, I need to specify Hellfire Breath Hybrid / Hellhound only. These werewolves can control it as they follow the religious laws of the moon goddess. Do you have that in your game, you're saying? All your werewolves, or these werewolf soldiers are like that? It is cool. It makes werewolves more common. They're very, very uncommon creatures, typically. Make this like Hellfire Breath, like almost work like a taunt. Like, it makes you filled with rage, but and like you like go under like the berserk condition or something. That would be interesting, but also very annoying. Let me look at berserk real quick. Maybe I do that. Damage. Target rolls a d6. On a 6, they go berserk. What does berserk say again? Only going to make it last for so long. I just think like breath that is imbued with the hells should do something. Go berserk until the end of their next turn. Just say wild berserk. A lawful good werewolf society. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, I like when I think of werewolves, I either think of like Warwick from League of Legends, or I think like werewolves from Innistrad, from Magic the Gathering, before Wizards of the Coast also destroyed Magic the Gathering and changed how the game feels, and it doesn't feel like fantasy anymore. Wild Berserk. The creature attacks the nearest creature it can see. If no creature is near enough, move and attack. It attacks an object. I'm just gonna say it attacks an object instead. People are really not gonna like this. Okay. Fire damage. And fire damage. Fire damage. And rolls a d6. On a 6, they go berserk until the end of their next turn. While berserk, the creature attacks the nearest creature it can see. If no creature is near enough to move and attack, it attacks no object instead. Half damage. On a success, you take half damage and resist berserk. Charmed. Creatures immune to charmed cannot be berserk. There we go. I gotta put a little DM Dungeon Mastery spin on it. I don't like just Wizards of the Coast. There we go. It's a perfect block of stats. I think that's good, right? It's got, now if I do an actual Hellhound rework, it'll probably have that too. Because I like the idea of like fire from the hills induces anger. Also, I actually, every time I do that, I save it and then I think of something else to specify every time. I'll say they take fire damage, and then we're going to say humanoids slash humanoids also roll a d6. On a 6, they go berserk. So we'll do that for humanoids. So it's like the peoples of the material plane can be sent into a blind rage when they are hit with that. I'll italicize humanoids. This is how my brain works, everybody. This is what ADHD looks like. You just constantly are second guessing and changing shit at the last minute. There we go. View. Save. I think she looks good. She, they, them, he, it, that, thing, creature, monster, hellhound, person, monster thing. I think we're good, right? Thinks it's good. So we're done with that one. I could go for the trifecta and make a third creature, but I think the well has run dry for ideas for this stream, so I think that'll be it for this stream. We did a solid hour or so, something like that. 2 hours and 36 minutes we did. So I think that'll be good for this stream, and then I'll try to stream again as soon as possible, maybe even tomorrow. If I'm not, I'm definitely going to be working, but if I'm not tired and I get home and we want to make some more stuff, we'll do that. These will be up on the Patreon. You can get these as a free member, and I'll put little descriptions in there to describe these creatures. And yeah, I think that'll do it for this stream. Thank you guys for engaging with me and having fun making some stuff. We're going to do more of these, definitely, now that CapCut has become greedy, and I'm just dreading trying to learn another video editing app. I feel bad for being absent for so long, but it's just really frustrating whenever you start to get the hang of a software and you're like, okay, I finally am in my groove, and then they try to screw you over. It's like it's so annoying. But alright, y'all. It's DM Dungeon Mastery. Not saying goodnight. I'm just saying I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.